Good morning, good afternoon, dear colleagues. I will present on behalf of the Scigirls team the project that is focused on empowering girls and female teachers that are working, living in remote rural areas of Ethiopia through astronomy and space in general. It's a multi-year project that has been supported from 2022 by the OECD. This year we celebrated the third edition of the Scigirls project that I will explain. The Scigirls project has been from the beginning inspired and related with the gender gap that we are having in science worldwide that can be seen in this figure, and with the fact that when we come to the Ethiopian context, only about 10–11% of all scientists are women. In order to understand the main causes in 2019, with colleagues from Ethiopian Society of Women in Science and Technology, we started going to the secondary school girls, to the secondary schools to interact with girls and to try to understand what are the main reasons they are not choosing the STEM fields. And we understood that the challenges that the girls are facing, like the lack of support, the lack of information, lack of role models, are becoming even more severe when we go to remote rural areas. So that's why with the Scigirls, we wanted to focus on areas out of the cities where we actually have more than 80% of Ethiopian population that is still living. And the idea is that well, I will come to that. So the project has been from the beginning supported by the OECD, but by SSGI as well and other partners. So the main idea is to focus on the secondary school girls and teachers, as I said, that work, live in remote rural areas. Bring them to Addis, offer them very strong capacity building training through astronomy, space science, practical exercises, small research projects, and so on that I will speak about. And that we actually create the advocates of science and ambassadors of STEM, so that when they go back to their communities, they can continue promoting, transferring their knowledge, and then promoting the activities and STEM fields in general. Here you can see the list of different institutions that are collaborating, including Ethiopian Space Science Society, the East African Road, and STEM Power. In this figure are mapped the areas from where the 30 participants from the 2022, the very first Scigirls training came from. Here is the map from the 2024 session with 32 participants. And as I said, the last training was carried out only a month ago. In this map, you can see from where the participants are coming. All the girls and teachers from 15 different schools from all different parts of Ethiopia are coming from public or boarding schools that are also public. We are getting the girls that are really the top students in their communities, despite all different challenges. We also get the girls and teachers that in a certain way compromise themselves to do the activities when they go back to their communities. We have a strong collaboration with regional science and technology offices who are helping us to select the girls and teachers. As in previous sessions, we gave a lot of emphasis to bring the local media, give the visibility to the Scigirls, and bring more awareness to the local, to the global broader community. The program has been very diverse, giving the introduction to astronomy, different space science fields, including space engineering, Earth observation, satellite technologies, big data astronomy, and big data science. There are experiments that we've been doing for a few days as well, using the experiments from NASE, Network for Astronomy School Education. All one day has been dedicated to small research projects that the girls in previous sessions found very, very inspiring and important. There was one session with STEM Power where we spoke about job opportunities in STEM, importance of STEM fields, not only in astronomy, astronomy, fundamental sciences, but in general. And then one session that was focused on women and girls in science. We had Dr. Aster Tsagaev from, who was the former president of Society of Ethiopian Women in Science and Technology, also member of Ethiopian Academy of Science, the gender office of the SSGI that has been participating as well. And in addition to, and then the open discussion that was organized with all participants, despite where we got very, very important feedback from girls and teachers from all different regions. And despite challenges that have been highlighted in previous years that the girls are facing in remote rural areas that are listed here. We can speak about it more during the question session. Also this year, we saw really consequences of the conflicts that many of the participants have been exposed to over the past years. And that includes the harassment, that includes all the instability and the consequences of that, the continuous emotional, psychological stress as well, and then the lack of interest and the lack of motivation and hope that the participants highlighted as well. So we found really a big demand. We found a huge demand for the Scigirls to actually continue. We got, as in previous years, very positive feedback this year, even more than in the first two editions, where all the participants stressed that the experience was very beneficial for their career, and they're also very inspired to continue with activities. So even less than 1 month passed from the last training, we already started getting some some pictures and feedback from the participants, like in this case from the southern part of Ethiopia, with the activities that have been carried out there. This is from the previous activities, from the previous years, where we know that the participants did different type of activities from the foundation of different science clubs in their schools to different trainings, individual talks, drawing activities, and so on. With every session, we also worked on preparing, printing, translating different educational material. Here is from the past years. This is for this year that we printed 4,000 copies in a few local languages, including in addition to English, and that has been given to the participants. And now for the follow-up for the coming years, we want to really work on getting the way to get the complete evaluation of the past 3 years, so that we can use that feedback for securing the funds so that the Scigirls can really continue in the future. Our thanks really go to the OED, IAU, the SSGI, ESSS, and all the collaborators for really helping us to reach the girls teachers that are working, living in remote rural areas, and through them guarantee that there are STEM activities across the country. Thank you very much, and I'm here for any questions.